So look, I don't have a lot of battery, but
I was
my
curious what Avi had to
understanding,
say.
my understanding was just that he was having Jack was having a private call or something with about 3 years ago um, with Marty, and he was making what he just told me is that he was making some jokes. Um, I think it was 3 years ago. It might be four by now. I'm actually not sure. But in any case, Marty hung on to those recordings for 3 years. Didn't do anything with them until Marty decided he didn't like Jack and then released them this year. So when I came to Jack and asked him about it, he told me they were jokes and that they were just released maliciously. And they were not in public statements or anything. They were jokes in a private DM or private call or whatnot. This is back when like the Krillism server existed. So then I asked him what his view is. His view is there are some women that are there are some females under the age of 16 that he would find attractive. It would be crazy to have sex with them because it wouldn't aren't legal. I asked him if he would if it were legal. He said he doesn't think so now. Yeah, it's important to add this part into the end of that.
Do you mind if I give my little opinion on this?
Well, right now I do because I don't have battery and I don't really I'm just asked to give my opinion, so I don't. I don't know who you are, and I don't know why I would.
Continue, Avi. Go ahead, bro. Yeah. You're good.
So my understanding, look, I can only give you my understanding based on my interactions with him. My understanding based on my interactions with him is he may have certain, there may be certain individuals who he might be sexually attracted to that are under the age of 16, and he has no plans on acting on those desires. Even in a hypothetical scenario if it were legal. Now, when he says I don't think so, that's terminology he uses unless for his credence when I ask him about any sort of thing about what he would or would not do, and he's not like completely 100% sure or can prove it or some way. Even when I asked him about the trolley problem and pulling the lever to kill one to save millions or something like that, he said yeah, I think so, or I don't think so. He'll answer it even when it's so obvious. That's just it's just one of his eccentric things. I could be wrong. It could be that he is a child molester. I have no fucking clue. I don't know him in real life. No, I don't know him. I look, but you could be a child molester too, for all I know. But the point is,
look, between the two of us, I'm not the one who has the soft child molester voice. Don't throw that accusation at me. Hold on, goddamn, dude. But no, I see what you're saying.
I didn't know.
Confirmed.
Wait, I know being a child molester associated with the pitch of the voice.
Bro, I swear they have a voice to them. Not to be I don't know if that's racist to child molesters or whatever, but I don't really care if I am. But no, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You haven't confirmed that he's a child molester. As far as you're concerned, he's told you he wouldn't act on that, or he doesn't think he would. That's fine. I get where you're coming from, bro. I see your perspective. It's definitely wrong because somebody who has the desire, as far as I'm concerned. Well, and maybe I'm wrong. You can tell me, right?
Well, he hasn't even said he has a proclivity. He hasn't even really told me that he has this desire for a girl. It's just that there happened the way the wording was. There are girls below the age of 16 that I think are hot. Almost every straight guy.
Right. So what do you think attraction is?
Probably true. It's probably true of a lot of people. Probably, I'm sure if there's
okay. I'm gonna stop you before you say some weird shit. Maybe we should just focus on Jack.
Well, how about you just let me finish before you stop me?
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. I'm not. The claim is not that there's the average person below the age of 16 would be attractive to the claim is that there's at least one. There are some, or at least two, really, if you want to say there are some. There are people who mature earlier, quote unquote. And by mature, I don't mean I mean physically. If you just saw a picture, you wouldn't be able to distinguish them between someone who's over the age of 18. This should be very trivial. And if you deny this, I think I take that to just be a denial of reality. Like it's
Okay.
it's an
Avi,
overwhelming.
like, I know. Avi, what's your threshold for consent? Somebody who can actually give informed consent. What do you think somebody needs to be able to
I
give
take
that?
I take the. I mean, so informed consent I take to be. Well, I don't see how that's relevant also to what he said, but
Okay, I'll explain how it's relevant. Okay.
yeah, sure.
So
So I take that to be.
right. So I'll do this very quickly. I know your battery's done. Pedophilia is wrong because all of it is inherently rape. It's inherently rape because children can't give informed consent. They can't give
Wait,
informed
by
consent because
pedophilia,
they
no,
haven't.
okay, no,
Hold
I have to
on.
stop you.
I
I
know.
have to, no,
You
no, no,
don't
no,
have
no,
to
I'm
stop
going to
me.
stop you because you
Wait,
said
you're
pedophilia.
not
By
going to stop me. Hold
pedophilia,
on. Hold on. Hold on.
no,
You
no.
can tell me I'm
Pedophilia, I
wrong
don't mean child
afterwards, but
molestation.
just
Pedophilia, I
saying.
don't mean child molestation.
We
Pedophilia, I
don't
don't
need to
mean
cut
child
each other off,
molestation.
bro. We
Pedophilia,
don't
I
need to
don't
cut
mean
each
child
other off. We don't have to
molestation.
get rude. We don't have to get rude.
No, no,
I'm
no,
just saying.
I don't have battery.
Just,
It's helpful. It's helpful for me to
bro.
cut you off because it'll save you time. It'll
Okay.
save you
Okay.
time.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's be
Okay.
helpful. What were you gonna
Okay,
say, bro? Go ahead.
you said pedophilia is wrong. I just want to clear up that by pedophilia, I don't mean having interactions with children. It doesn't entail that. I just mean having a certain attraction,
Okay.
or
So you
having
think?
finding someone given
Mhm.
someone. I'm not talking about child molesting. I'm talking about.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that, bro.
Well, you
I get
said
what you're saying.
pedophilia was wrong. You said so. By
Yes,
pedophilia,
I said pedophilia is wrong. I didn't say
I just
child
mean just
molestation
because
anywhere in that, bro.
yeah. So I just mean just to be clear, when I say pedophilia, I'm talking or a pedophile. Um,
Hmm.
I'm talking about happening to have an attraction, often one that can't be controlled. I mean, not can't be by not that can be controlled in terms of actions, but not in terms of the desire
Hmm.
itself.
Okay.
And
So,
could happen to you before the age of 18. Now, is that what you want to say is wrong, or do you want to say that actions are wrong?
are you trying to tell me this is like an either or? I can't say both are wrong. Like,
Or
what do
you can
you?
say both. You can say
What
both.
do
You
you?
can say both. I just want to disambiguate. Yeah. Are you saying
I'm
this is wrong or
definitely
that is wrong or both?
ambiguous. Okay.
Are you saying
I think both are wrong. Is that
okay?
ambiguous?
No, that's actually now we're actually getting a lot of clarity. So I want to
Okay.
know then is how
Okay,
is
so
what do
I'll
you mean?
clarify even more as I was going to before, right? So again, these things are wrong, right? So I would say that pedophilia would be wrong in the same sense that let's say being like a Holocaust or Hitler supporter is wrong, right? Even if you don't enact this, right? This is this is a historically damaging belief that has led people to do historically damaging things, harmful things to people that have done nothing wrong to them, right? It's sort of like owning a nuke is wrong, even if you never leave your house with it, just for the danger it presents, right? Being pedophilic inherently makes you more of a danger, more of a risk of child molesting your neighbor's kid than not being a pedophile. So being more of a danger to people around you through that mindset is wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what you mean by okay, may just be certain ambiguity on what we mean by wrong. So if by wrong you just mean it would be preferable if a given thing were not there, that's fine. When I would say, I think words like bad capture or not as preferable capture that better because by wrong we usually use that language to refer to moral agents, but you could have a proprietary terminology for wrong then.
Can you clarify
So
wrong for me? How you
yeah,
use it a little bit better?
yeah, sure. So the various theories like determine the wrongness of things. So like there's for example like consequentialism or utilitarianism would they determine wrongness of an act, right? Like for example, I would say that but it's hard.
Sequentialism doesn't fall in that, but I get where you're going.
Wrong. Well, I mean, determining the wrongness or rightness of an act on consequentialism is just
Based on the
to
consequence, not the act
based on the
itself.
consequences. Yeah,
Yes,
based
on
on
the
the
result, not the
consequences.
act itself. Yeah.
Yeah. But the rightness or wrongness is indexed to the act itself. It's just what makes the act right or wrong is the consequences that the act produces. So
No,
in
you're
any case,
thinking utilitarianism. You're thinking
no,
utilitarianism, right? So you get
utilitarianism is the
into
subset of
uh,
consequential. No, I'm not thinking
look.
utilitarian.
Okay.
Utilitarianism is the
So
specific
no,
subset
no,
of
I know what you're
consequentialism.
saying, right? You're saying you're indexing the morality of the act based on the result. That's
I have
utilitarianism.
9% of my battery.
Consequentialism
You're
is
wrong.
looking
You're
exclusively
so
at the result.
okay. So the results are going to be both determined by both um, measured under a consequentialist or utilitarian. It's just the difference between utilitarianism and consequentialism is utilitarianism is a specific subset of consequentialism, which is concerned with utility as opposed to any consequences at all. But both of them determine the rightness or wrongness of individual actions themselves based on certain consequences. For consequentialists, it could be all sorts of consequences. For utilitarianism, it's a specific proper subset of those consequences, which is utility.
We've both defined both of them. We both have distinguished both of them. I think we can move forward.
I'm
So
just giving you,
why
I'm just giving you the standard.
I get where you're going. I get where you're going. Right. We don't.
I'm just giving you the standard. Excuse me. I'm just giving you the standard terminology as used in philosophical.
I understand how you're wanting to use it. I think we're close enough to where we don't have to get pedantic about this shit. So the main point.
You're the one who brought it. You can call it pedantic, but you're the one who brought it up and said,
"No, you brought it up. This is on you, man."
I'm sorry. Excuse me. You're the one who brought it up in the context of telling me I was using the word incorrectly. So that's why I corrected you by telling you that actually I'm using it standard usage.
Now, well, no, you didn't correct me correcting you because you basically repeated my definitions of the words in much longer fashion.
Now I'm on 7% of the battery. I don't know how long you want to do this, but to get to the point, hopefully we can get more to the heart of the issue here.
That's what I just asked you to do.
Why you're not doing that? Believe me, I'm really trying. It seems like you're.
Okay, go ahead.
Seems like you're more concerned about trying to get some weird dunk that you were failing at getting rather than actually doing that. But,
dunk
that's just my seeming, though.
I have like 5 things I want to do. This is not a dunk competition for me, dude.
Okay.
I'm not.
Hopefully we can proceed by with seeming that it's.
We can proceed. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so typically words like bad are better at describing things that are outside of a moral agent's control. So, for example, if we take a look at a volcano and a volcano erupts and kills a bunch of people, we all want to say that that's bad, but it was really weird to say that that's like a wrong. It was wrong. The volcano was wrong. Like, what is that? That doesn't even make sense. It's like it's not
a really long-winded explanation for 7% battery. Can you tell me why it's okay to be a pedophile?
So I'm not. See, that's the loaded line. Oh my gosh. Okay, so no, I'm not If by okay we just mean not morally culpable. If something is outside of your control, you're not morally culpable. If by okay we just mean well, it's something that will be preferable or not preferable, neither preferable or not preferable, then I don't think it's okay. I think it's not preferable, and I would like to breed it out of the population if I could. I'd like to, if there was a cure for pedophilia.
Okay, so we're good. So we would both breed Jack's line out of existence. We're on the same page, man.
Okay, so if we mean,
I was joking before you defend Jack.
If we mean that it would be preferable to not have it, I agree with you completely. If we mean that if by wrong or bad, we mean that the individual is morally culpable, I don't agree with you because that's not something that's in their control.
Cool.
I don't.
I'm glad we agree, man.
Do we agree on that though? Do we think that?
Yeah, I think everybody in this call agrees. If we could just get rid of pedophilia as a concept, or as a gene, if it's a gene, I think we're all on the same page. I just wanted to clarify that with you.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And look, if I could snap my fingers and make it such that individuals, wouldn't be have anyone within the population of under 16-year-olds that they would find attractive, I would. Adults, I'm saying I would do that. But if someone,
I was confused, and the reason we even started this whole little argument was because it sounded like you were contentious about me saying pedophilia was bad, and I was like, "Is that?" I thought this was.
No, you said it was wrong.
God damn.
You said it was. You didn't say it was bad. You said it was wrong. That's where the confusion came from.
And,
I use them interchangeably.
Well,
I use them interchangeably, bro.
To be fair, mind if I can cut in for just a moment?
Yeah, go ahead, Legend. I'm actually probably going to dip because I did not want to do this to start with, but I just wanted to clear that up.
Okay, so I think me, Seth, and Ask Yourself actually talked about this. It was, the child molester and pedophile equivocation. I think that's what was going on, to be fair. But I'm glad things were sorted out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Like I said, this. I can only tell you what my view is and why I come to it based on my interaction with someone. That's my view is that, just as he said, that there are some minors that he is attracted to, and he has no intentions of acting on them. I mean, that's where I could be wrong about that, but that's where my credence is. Yeah, I also do think those. It sounded like those clips were clipped out of context as well. The reason I say
Trey,
that
are
is
you streaming? Oh, that's awkward. Shit. I definitely
Why
didn't
is
mean to stream my first discussion with Avi. Speaking of Avi, part of the reason I wanted to talk to you was because of these screenshots, but I've also heard about it. Yeah, I've heard a bunch about you already, so you seem cool from what everyone's told me.
Yeah, I mean, look, like people have tried to like. It's really weird. Like, those screenshots, by the way, were they were cut out of context. They were put out of order just to make not it look worse, but also make it look like I was like somehow supporting child molestation or something like that.
Yeah, it did not look good.
I know who ended up doing it. They so the like I'll tell you like so those after I made a post like putting it in order and in context, like that person like and I spoke to that person and they ended up quitting Discord, like they nuked their account. Apparently they went into like a rage after it. Like I don't know why they would do that though. Like I know they really didn't like Jack, or they really took like the strong stance. I don't know why they wanted to include me in it. I was just trying to figure out what was going on.
Avi, I think is the person that you're referring to Sep? I think that may have been someone or the one.
Yeah, it was Sep. And
What an asshole! Fuck you, Sep.
Yeah, he took the screenshots of like a mod chat, jumbled them out of order, selectively clipped screenshots that showed a different picture when put in context, and like presented it as if my prescriptions were different than what they were. I don't know why they did that to me. I don't know why. Yeah, it's really weird.
I thought that guy was cool, but I don't know. He fooled me in the end.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, look, I mean, I haven't. Here's the thing. Like, I fully like acknowledge the possibility I could be wrong, but I haven't really been presented with any evidence other than the things I have been presented with are things which are the things I've been presented with are clips from 3 years ago that are like 15 seconds, appear to be out of context. Jack claims they're out of context, and they're presented by someone who notoriously does not like Jack and apparently had those clips for 3 years and held them and only released them after they got into an argument or something. I mean, it just seems pretty like I just don't have any evidence for this that he's like has any intention of like molesting any children. Yeah, but if anyone does have evidence for that, I'd be happy to see it. So, well, I wouldn't be happy to see it. I would just like I would acknowledge it.
Oh my god! Can we quote that, Avi? Can we take that out of context?
Yeah,
like
no, I wouldn't be surprised. Like with this, yeah. Oh, says he'd be happy to see you. Like, yeah. Like this is honestly this is the level where it's at. That's the level where this whole fucking thing is at. It's been such a fucking headache. Because all you like, and I have no idea how I got dragged into it. I just tried to figure out what was going on. So I guess that makes you get dragged into it. Whatever.
You flew too close to the pedophilic sun.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So like, it's just, yeah. People have gotten really worried about it. Yeah. So that's where I stand.
Okay. Well, I don't think you're a weirdo. I think people like I don't know. It sounds like from what you're telling me, people are just kind of taken out of context. You don't strike me as like a pedo defender really. So yeah, you seem non-pedophilic. I know it's a low bar, but
I'm quite non-pedophilic. Most of my relationships are actually with women who are older than me. Most of them.
yeah, that's good. I guess.
In fact, is there a word for the opposite of pedophilic? I'm sure there is. I'm not that either.
Isaac, I don't want to hear shit from you. You just said you'd like be fine with talking to this kid if he was a rapist and like convicted of it. Holy shit. But yeah, Avi, you're cool.
Right.
Legend, you're obviously a goat. Same with you, Mr. James Daly. And D1, I see you.
Thank you for the kind words.
I know. I'm giving everyone compliments today. I'm in a good mood, I guess.
All right. Well, if that's it, then I guess, yeah, I'd be out too. All right, good talking, guys.
Yeah, good talking.
All right.
All right. Take care, man.
That was interesting.
Oh, yeah.